Hello again there folks, TaterCat here. Last time we started fighting Z people and we're gonna keep fighting Z people. Huh? Who are you? You broke into Z by yourself? Impressive, fool. Hahaha, you think I'm weak, don't you? Wahaha. We won't lose if it's a 2-on-1 match. Hehehe, I think I'll beat the living daylights out of you. Potato, you're alright? Hi, Roy. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. It's 2-on-2 now! But after all that big talk, we've got no choice. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, you little weenie. Base Excel. Just don't want to be in the lava. Being in the lava is sad. And that's one down. Roy, why you sucking, bruh? Ah, I ran into my own bomb. Good job. There we go. Beep, beep, beep. Submarine bomb, dolphin pod. Whack. No wonder we always get passed up for promotion. We should have just run away. Hey, Roy. They're nothing but talk. I never thought I would pair up with you. By the way, where are Harry and Captain Mira? Mira got hurt. Harry's taking care of her now. He told me to go on ahead. What? Is she alright? Yeah, she said she was okay. I see. Well, I'm sure she'll catch up to us later. Marcia and I separated too, but I know she'll be fine. Dots, look. You guys are really something. When I was fighting with Marcia, and just now, when I paired up with you, I realized how incredible you both are. Roy. But Harry's different. He's different and I refuse to accept him. No, that's valid. Haha. Let's hurry. Well, I'm glad we can bond over hating Harry. Oh god, dolphins. Mechanical dolphin. Roy, you also run weird. Oh hey. Oh no, ambush. We were waiting for you. We won't let you go any further. This is where it ends. An ambush. They're onto us. Let's go, Potate. Whoosh. Maybe I should try the dolphin. Diamond fences. I want to try the dolphin because its homing isn't as good, but like better with everything else. Ass. I'm a-firing my dolphins. off. God, you fucking move around a lot. There's too much going on. Ah, cat.
Not right now, Squeaky, okay? You can't be on my desk right now, I'm recording.
Okay. Oh, Roy went down. That sucks. Well then. No! Die! You have 4 health! 4! Thank you. Roy, you keep tapping out early. You're not impressing me. Meteor Storm Gun. Jumping Bee Pod. I wasn't really impressed with their gun. They're too strong for us. Parts generator. Get out of my way, losers. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with that Meteor Storm gun. So far, I like my sword beam, my needles, and my flame gun. Okay, well, now what, Roy? Not that way, I've already gone there. Okay. Oh, hi, Marcia.
Roy, Potate!
Marcia, you're alright.
I'm fine, but I don't have any idea how many of these Z-Syndicate followers I had to fight to get here.
You and Marcia really are something.
Did I do something?
Huh? Oh, no, I was just thinking about how incredible you two are. But Harry's different! Haha. Question mark. Alright, Potate, Marcia, let's move on. Marcia's nicer than we are. That's fine. There they are! Don't let them get any further! Don't let them get into that room! We have to stop them! Sounds like there's something in that room. I'll take care of this, you two keep moving.
What? But...
Don't underestimate me, those 3 are nothing, I can handle them. You kept tapping out early while I was fighting, you nerd. Let's do it, I'll take you all on! You're gonna get your ass kicked, Roy. I'm not gonna stop you, though. Let's go, Marcia. Hi, Sergei, and I guess you're Oboro. Oboro!
Sergei.
Ah, we had an intruder report, but I never expected it would be you. I also don't remember what voice I gave these two. Marcia, what are you doing here? There's Rahu, being in some gross-looking bubbles.
Rahu.
So you know about Rahu?
What are you planning on doing with Rahu?
It has nothing to do with you. But since you came all the way here, I'll tell you. Well, time for exposition. Our Z researchers are remodeling Rahu. We're making a model people can dive into. Once we can control Rahu's destructive power, we'll be invincible. The government, the police squad, everyone in the world will be under our command.
Why?
The world is mine.
But Rahu is a horrific entity. It destroyed our world and nearly wiped out the human race.
You know a lot. That's why we're remodeling it, so I can control its horrific powers. I was wondering why you showed up here in this outside world. I didn't know you knew about Rahu. You're Class S, aren't you?
Yes. Sergei, why are you doing this? There must be something that's going on in your mind. At least tell me your reason. Why, Sergei?
Dots. I hate to interrupt, but sorry, Sergei. Even though she's your sister, she's seen our hideout. We can't let her leave. Dots. I understand. You can't!
Sergei!
Ah ha ha ha. Poor girl. Looks like Sergei understands a well-ordered world is more important than his own little sister. Sure, well-ordered, you say that. Dots. I can't believe you do this. That's awful. You don't know how much Marcia's worried about you. She's placed her trust in you when no one else would. She's always thinking of you. Dots.
Thank you, Potate. It's over. My memories of my brother can never be replaced, but those memories are nothing to do with this battle now. Potate, that's why we can't hold back against him.
But Marcia, he's your only brother.
If I had to choose, I'd rather fight my brother than betray my friends.
That's good.
Sergei, I still believe in you. Let's go, Potate. We won't lose.
Well said. Don't overdo it, though. Forgive me, Sergei. Let's go. Why do you keep saying forgive me? You don't actually give a shit. Oboro!
Sergei!
Sergei, you! Haha! Haha! Nerd. Illegal part. Illegal part. Illegal part. Illegal part. Illegal part. Okay, whatever. Yours is full of illegal shit too. Okay, well, what is this? Castle Keep. Oh yeah, we've seen this before. Haha, you got betrayed. Haha, you hit the tire fire. That's some funky music. Ah! The dolphins go! What is the meaning of this, Sergei? It's simple, Oboro. I've deceived you. All this time, I've been following the orders of another. You've betrayed me for Eliza, haven't you? Gasp. I know, you want Rahu for yourself! You're wrong, Oboro. I don't work for Eliza, nor do I want to keep Rahu for myself. Rahu doesn't belong to anyone, nor should it be tampered with. Rahu is a dangerous entity. We must stop it before it evolves. My main objective was to bring someone here who would stop Rahu. What kind of nonsense is that? I don't care what your goals are, Sergei. You've deceived me, and you're trying to interfere with my work. You scoundrel! How dare you deceive me? I won't forgive you for this, I won't! Rahu belongs to me. I won't let anyone take it! Give it up, Oboro. There's nothing you can do to stop me, not in the state you're in. Give up? Give up? A worthless scoundrel like you telling me to give up? Me, the great Oboro? I'll crush you. You think you can get away with this? I'll crush you all. Just you wait. I'll dive into Rahu and crush you all. That sounds like a terrible idea. Hiya? Whack. Fool! The redesign isn't complete! Do you know what the consequences are?
We have to stop Rahu, Potate. Help me, please.
Marcia, don't! We have to retreat! We kind of have to deal with this dude, because it's... dealing with Rahu again. I have to stay long distance, I remember that. No, it changed. A stage based off of an inner citadel of a castle, the central wall where the stone lantern stands can be vital to victory. What the hell does that mean? Oh, ass. Okay, that wasn't too bad. At least I remembered my tactic for fighting the damn thing. I don't like fighting Rahu. It's a pain in the ass. Dumbass.
We did it.
That can't be! Rahu! It refused to listen to me! Yeah. How could it be? How could it reject me? The mighty Oboro! How did I lose? Rahu can't be controlled. Not by Oboro, not by anyone. When Oboro dived, Rahu's strength was drained as it tried to eject Oboro from its system. It was still too strong for Oboro. The idea of controlling Rahu is just impossible. Oh, there it goes. To space. Rahu! Rahu. Oh my god. Sergei. Are we gonna get to see what your face looks like yet? Hey, everybody.
Are you two okay?
Sergei. Roy. Long time no see.
Sergei.
How have you been, Captain Mira? What's Oboro doing on the floor? And why's Sergei with you? What's going on here?
Sergei fought alongside us. He defeated Oboro.
Well, we defeated Oboro. What happened? Dots. So, Marcia, where's Rahu now?
It escaped.
Escaped? Oboro tried to dive into Rahu, but it didn't seem like Rahu liked it, so it rejected him and flew away. Diving into Rahu? What?
Sergei, what's going on?
I'll explain in detail, Captain Mira. But let's go to a different room. Please follow me. Yeah, let's just leave Oboro on the floor. He kind of deserves it. Are we gonna have to fight Eliza again? Probably.
Where are we?
This room belonged to our leader, who passed away not too long ago. Z's leader? Yes. Someone here needs to hear my leader's final words. This is why I brought you to this place. Someone? Who? Who is it? Please listen. These are my leader's final words. Oh, it's the dad, huh? Potate, you'll never know how proud I am that you've come so far. Gasp. Hey! How come he knows your name? That voice, is it? It's my dad. What?
It can't be. The Z Syndicate's leader is really Potate's father?
Let me continue playing the message. Potate, if you're listening to this message, that means Rahu has returned and our time is short. I wish that I could have been here to see you, to fight with you in this final glorious moment. However, if you are hearing this, this means that my time has come and I am gone from this world. I have given my loyal friend Sergei details on your mission. Trust him as you would have trusted me. You do not have much time left. Give Sergei the watch I gave you to care for so long ago. With the power contained in that watch, you can defeat Rahu. I have failed you as a father in life, and my final wish in death is nothing but a fool's errand. I'm sorry, son. Beep. That it was his final message. Dots. Well, that probably wasn't a nice thing to hear. The watch. My dad told me to keep it on at all times, never to take it off. He said it over and over. I promised him so many times, and he left me.
Potate. Sergei, what's going on?
Like you and Roy, I learned about the outside world when I became a Class S commander. Oh, it's not Captain's commander. Whoops. Though you disappeared right after you found out about it.
Sergei, why did you leave without telling us?
Because I met my boss.
Boss? You mean Z's boss?
When I found out about the outside world, I became curious. I wanted to explore it. And there, I met my boss. I was surprised to discover somebody living on the outside world. And he asked me, "Why are you here?" And I told him I wanted to know the truth about the outside world. Then he asked, "Is there something you need to protect?" And I said yes. Marcia, my sister, you were the one I wanted to protect.
Sergei.
We spoke for some time, discussing life in our dome and outside. Finally, he asked me, "Do you want to protect this world from annihilation?"
Annihilation?
Yes, I have to admit, I really didn't understand his question, but I could see in his eyes that he was very serious indeed. I stopped to think, and I said yes. Then he said, "As long as you remain in your world, you will never see the truth. The truth lies in darkness. If you discover an inconsistency in your perfectly ordered world, where all things are controlled, anything that cannot be explained, come see me again, and I may help you. Tell no one that we met. Tell no one what we have discussed." With that, we parted ways. I thought about what he said, but I couldn't find any inconsistencies. That's 'cause there are none!
Roy, be quiet and listen. Continue, Sergei.
Then suddenly, I found it. It was right in front of me from the start. When I returned home, I saw my sister waiting for me, and it struck me. The inconsistency that single, unexplained thing. It was Marcia, her special power. Dots. Her strange power was a gift, and my late parents, they were suffering.
Sergei.
To all appearances, Marcia is an ordinary girl. And yet, the kids teased her, the scientists poked and prodded, and still they learned nothing. Yeah, that's rough. Marcia didn't want to go, but the researchers forced her, kicking and screaming. So that's why Marcia hated the Robo researchers. Yeah, that's fucking traumatizing. No wonder you and Marcia get along, you're both fucking traumatized children. I found out what they did to Marcia at the research center. It wasn't science, it was torture. And they say that all people are created equal, but my sister's power stole equality from her. If this isn't an inconsistency, then what is? How did I go so long without questioning this? Dots. I couldn't wait. Once I had seen the inconsistency clearly, I had to leave, to meet that man again. I told him about Marcia, and he said in order to understand, you must know everything. And he told me the real truth, something that most Class S commanders do not know. The real truth, which is...
What? What do you mean?
You're all aware that centuries ago, Rahu nearly wiped out the human race.
Yeah, we were all told Rahu annihilated all the dome cities people lived in except for ours.
You were never told the truth about the outside world. You believe we lived in domes up here?
Well, yeah, I mean, where else would we live?
We lived free in an outside world. We lived in vast cities, in the open air. Rahu destroyed all that.
What? Really?
Originally, humans didn't live in domed cities. We lived outside. The outside world was our home.
Rahu destroyed all the cities centuries ago. The few who survived, they found an area that had minimal damage, and with the help of the Robo technology, they built a dome to create a livable environment for the new community. I see.
We haven't heard about that part. We thought people always lived inside those domes. Well, of course, that's what you were taught. How the hell else were you supposed to know? You are correct, but there is still more that you do not know. The dome builders left Rahu inoperative in the outside world before they sealed themselves in.
Sergei, it sounds like you're saying we deliberately chose to live in a cage, like animals.
That's right. The dome protects us, but it also keeps us trapped, caged.
Wait a sec, you said Rahu was inoperative, so how did we stop Rahu last time?
Oh, saving. Rahu poses no form of its own. It was more like a spirit than a living creature.
What? No form? That doesn't make any sense. We saw it. It looked like a custom Robo.
I'll explain it later. I'll explain that later. Let me continue, though. Originally, Rahu was invisible, formless, but still physical, still capable of inflicting damage. That doesn't make sense. Whatever. We couldn't see it, but it was a real creature, and it evolved rapidly. Evolved? Not in the traditional sense, but yes, that's correct. Like a virus? Rahu had two fundamental behaviors. The first is to acquire new targets, in that case, us. Once it identifies its prey, Rahu destroys it, swiftly and utterly. It appropriates any useful abilities its victim possessed, anything it has not encountered before. Then, like a chrysalis, it goes dormant, awakens with new skills, and continues its hunt. Metamorphosis. I guess it really is evolving.
So what you're saying is that it targets a creature with abilities it doesn't have and steals them. Then it turns into a pupa, rests for a bit, and changes into a even scarier monster? Yeah, that's about the size of it.
That's just a secondary behavior, though. Its primary function is to annihilate every living thing.
Why? So it's invisible, it can learn to do everything that we do, and all it wants to do is kill, everything?
Right.
So what do we do? I mean, other than just roll over and die? How did we stop it hundreds of years ago when it was running amok?
Custom Robos. It was because of Custom Robos that we were able to defeat Rahu.
Custom Robos?
Yes, back then, Custom Robos were nothing but children's toys, like robotic action figures. Cube! It may sound strange, but even now, there is much we do not know about Custom Robos. Rahu's destructive rampage was at its peak, and we were all but extinct, when suddenly Rahu targeted a young child Robo toy. Then, something inexplicable happened. Rahu merged with the Robo, melded itself with the Robo.
That's weird. Why'd it do that?
I'm not sure. Some people think there's a connection between Rahu and the Custom Robo.
It almost sounds like Rahu did a dive into a Custom Robo and, I don't know, got stuck or something.
And that's why Rahu looks the way it does now. That's why we can see it in the first place. That's correct. Now that our enemy was visible, we had a chance to fight back, and we seized it. The government remodeled the Custom Robos as weapons to battle Rahu's new Robo form. I guess that explains why, like, literally anybody can have one. Because they were literally just meant for children to begin with, so, okay. Finally, after many grueling battles, we defeated Rahu. Actually, let me correct myself. We didn't defeat it. We were able to trigger its dormant cycle. The dormant Rahu had no new information to assimilate, so it didn't evolve and didn't awaken. We couldn't destroy Rahu, though. Instead, we bought ourselves some time.
So that's the rest of the story. We didn't know, but wait. Don't you think it's a little funny? Rahu was capable of destroying the entire world, and we stopped it with a child's toy?
I know what you're thinking. Rahu couldn't be stopped simply with the Custom Robos. There was something else, a device designed to stop Rahu by targeting his Robo systems.
A device?
Oh my god.
Yeah, exposition dump yet. Oh, god damn it.
Sorry, Roy, I clicked the button too fast. Even if you're telling the truth, does it matter? What's your point? You're right, it doesn't matter. Let me ask you, Roy, when did you first find out about Rahu's attack? Why are you asking suddenly? I first learned the truth when I became a Class S commander. How about you, Captain Mira?
It was the same. I didn't know a thing until I was promoted.
Don't you think that's odd?
What?
This is the single most significant and traumatic event in human history, and no one knows?
It's classified information. The government dictates who should and should not know.
But how could they stop the survivors from passing on these stories to their children? The people respect the word of the government. They knew it could be confidential. No, they don't. Do you actually believe the government has the power to silence such a terrible thing? Can you think of any other reason why no one ever talked about this horrific event?
It does seem difficult to imagine. So many years have passed, nobody knew the full scope of it. Even becoming a Class S commander didn't explain everything.
The reason this is such a well-kept secret is not because the survivors chose to keep it secret. It was because their memories were wiped clean. It is a secret because no one was allowed to remember.
What, for crying out loud! Look, this has all started to get real confusing here. What are you saying? What you're saying is that everyone, and I mean everyone, forgot Rahu entirely?
That's correct.
That's impossible! What would possibly make everyone forget about this all at once?
Oh, nothing could make it happen, naturally.
Are you saying that someone devised a way to erase every living human's memory entirely?
Yes. The engineers of this foolish plan wanted to erase everyone's memories and implant false ones. Our government carried out this plan hundreds of years ago, once the dome was completed.
What? The government found a way to make everyone forget about Rahu?
Yes. The world exists entirely within this dome. Outside of the dome, there is nothing. We were all raised thinking that this dome was our true home, where we live and die. This is the great lie. The memory implant told us all... The memory implant told us that all... Ugh. The memory that the implant told us all that this dome contained mankind's entire world. But why? Rahu will awaken. It is inevitable. Could you live a normal life knowing Rahu would return? But never knowing when, I see. Never knowing when, I see. It was to give a sense of security, even if it was just a lie.
But how is it even possible? How could you possibly erase everyone's memory like that?
I don't know, but they did. And they made a device that could erase everyone's memory.
I can't believe it. I'm sure we would have heard something like that.
Captain Mira, I've already told you. There are some things not even Class S commanders have been told. How do we know you didn't make this whole story up? I suppose you have no evidence, except that the one of these devices still exists to this day. Really? Where is it? I got it! Do you?
Harry, you do?
It's at the lab, the custom Robo research lab. That's why the Z Syndicate was there. You're right, you're the man, Harry. Don't praise him. No, it's not at the lab. I thought so. Harry's not that smart. There's no way he could have figured it out before me. Shut up, Roy. Dots. So, where is it? Potate. Yeah? Oh, it's the watch. Your father's watch. That's the device. It can erase people's memories. You've had it all along. What?
Potate's watch? That's why the Z leader said that something's... That's why Z's leader said something about defeating Rahu with Potate's watch.
I see. The device that can be used to defeat Rahu was the one that could erase everyone's memories. Yes, hundreds of years ago, the very device helped us defeat Rahu.
Sergei, why does Potate have it? How did something like that wind up with him? What was Potate's father like?
He was a distinguished scientist, one of the highest-ranking officials in the government. That is why he was told the truth. We all live with false memories implanted by the government. Then, when he learned that people had been deprived of the truth for so long, he began to have doubts. He questioned the ethics of the plan, and he knew that Rahu would rise once again. Marcia. My leader told me that your power... What? My leader told me where your power came from. It is a result of the erasure, a side effect. Right now, every aspect of the brain's development is controlled. The side effect was unexpected. Nobody realized that the dramatic change in environment and the memory blocks and implants would generate this effect. No one could explain what exactly created Marcia's power. Marcia, your power is born from the tragedy humans suffered hundreds of years ago. Dots. Well, that's pretty heavy. Let's get back to the subject. You said Potate's father had doubts about the false memories? Was he the one in the government who was he the only one in the government who felt that way? Must have been something. He was. He stole the only remaining model of the memory erasure device. He escaped to the outside world with several of his colleagues.
I'm sure the government must have been quick to send someone after him.
Yes. The government soldiers had one goal, to retrieve the memory erasure device. They searched all over outside of the world for him, but he was always one step ahead. Instead of taking the device with him into exile, he hid it inside the domed city itself. He reconfigured it into that watch so no one would be able to identify it.
And that's why he gave the watch to Potate.
Yes. To the one person he could trust, someone who didn't know the power of the object he held.
And that's when your leader formed the Z Syndicate.
And all this time, the Z Syndicate's goal has actually been to inform the people of the truth. It was at first. We wanted people to know the truth, to prepare themselves in case Rahu did attack again. But as time passed, he began to worry, to doubt himself. He began to worry that informing everyone of the truth would only trigger a mass panic. Yeah, that's a reasonable concern. He realized that it might be best to find a way to stop Rahu without having the people know about it. That was the moment when my leader formed a syndicate made up of the strongest fighters. Strongest fighters, and that's why he recruited you? I wanted to save this ruined world. In order to do that, I knew I would have to help him. He told me he needed someone to support him, no matter how insane his orders might seem. But you could have told Marcia before you left. You owed her that much at least, didn't you? To be honest, I had planned on leaving Marcia before I met your father. Why? My sister would do anything I told her. If I stayed, she would have never left my shadow. It was unacceptable, unthinkable. I wanted her to think for herself, to grow into the commander she is. I thought that if I weren't around, she would have the opportunity she needed to think for herself. That's why I left the way I did. But I always wanted to watch over her. I would have come to her aid in a second if she were ever in danger. I left, even though I knew I ran the risk of alienating her, of making her hate me for leaving her. Dots.
Sergei, I've learned something. My partners taught me something more valuable than I'd realized. Spoiling someone isn't love. Sometimes you need to be strict in order to be compassionate. That's when I figured it out. That's when I knew that my older brother still cared about me, that he still loved me, and I wondered if that wasn't why you had loved me in the first place. They helped me understand, and that's why I still love you. Thank you, Sergei.
Yeah, you guys got some complicated feelings to work out, but that's fine. You've grown so strong, Marcia.
The more I hear about this, the more complicated the situation gets.
I agree.
Still, after hearing all that, it sounded like Z formed in order to help out mankind. But what about Oboro? That guy wanted Rahu for himself.
When our leader grew ill, Oboro and Eliza made a grab for power. That's when it began to crumble. Oh, that makes sense. Big Honcho is gone, so it starts splintering. The more they knew about Rahu's amazing powers, the more they wanted to possess it. They'd forgotten our leader's goals, and they planned such foolishness as diving into Rahu.
I guess there's always one selfish sicko in every group.
Yeah, are we sure that you aren't the selfish sicko in our group? I acted as Oboro's subordinate while looking for a chance to strike back. Dots.
But, wait, why was Eliza at the lab? Did it have something to do with Rahu?
Oboro and Eliza both knew that the memory erasure device had the key of destroying Rahu, but they didn't know our leader had already stolen it. He was sure that he was never sure he could trust them. They wanted that device so they could tame Rahu for their own ends instead of destroying it. Eliza must have thought that the custom Robo research lab would have such a device. That's why she attacked the lab.
See? Just as I thought!
Yeah, you were right.
Eliza thought that the device was at the research lab. I am smart. I think just like Z Syndicate leaders.
That might not be a good thing. Which simply shows how flawed her thinking truly is. Can you be quiet, Harry? You've spoken long enough. Potate, may I borrow your watch? I have a chip your father gave me. I'm going to insert it into your watch now. Once I've inserted the chip, the watch's memory erasure functions will be restored. Is this an actual, choice? I don't know if this game actually has, just fuck it. I don't see what the problem would be. Sure, whatever. I understand. I'll give you my watch. Thank you. Please wait while I insert the chip. Marcia will help beat him up if he does something bad. I've inserted the chip into your watch. The memory erasure device is now functional. Excitement. Potate, I believe this is yours. Your father put it into your hands for a reason. Point towards your target and activate it. I understand. We're almost near the end. Let's go and destroy Rahu.
Do you know where to find it?
I've attached a tracking device to Rahu. If it's transmitting, we'll know where Rahu is. Let's hurry. With every passing second, Rahu continues to evolve. It's still evolving? Like I said before, Rahu evolves. Rahu is especially drawn towards negative feelings, hatred, envy, greed. It absorbs that mental energy, uses it to fuel its metamorphosis.
So that's why it looked different every time we've seen it.
It's not just appearance that's changing, it's growing stronger with each evolution. The device will erase Rahu's genetic memory, so that it stops evolving. I fear that Rahu is resting now, preparing for its next evolution. We can defeat it if we erase its memory and eliminate its advantage. Let's go.
After we do that, will you take off that stupid thing because you're probably pretty?